Hello, Redeemer folks. This is Pastor Steve Null, and this is podcast 45, titled The Great Litany, Full Strength Christian Prayer. This week, you get a twofer of podcasts, but I thought I would explain the unusual format of the service for this next Sunday, March 6th. It's called Litany and Sermon. Many Anglicans have come to expect Holy Communion as the principal service every week. See the Book of Common Prayer, page 104 for this. This was not always the case. For much of Anglican history, morning prayer and sermon was normal. Now, I'm fine with the current practice, but I don't think it needs to become the law of the Medes and the Persians. So this week we will not be having Holy Communion. There's another resource in the prayer book which should claim our attention, especially in the penitential season like Lent. It's called The Great Litany and Decalogue. You can find it, Book of Common Prayer, pages 91 to 101. While it is possible to use both this and Holy Communion at the same time, it's not necessary. Let me say a word about the Decalogue. At our normal communion service, the pastor begins with a summary of the law, Jesus' 2 commandments to love God and our neighbor, followed by the so-called Kyrie, Lord have mercy upon us. This prayer of the Decalogue offers an expanded version which states each of the 10 commandments, Decalogue, followed by Lord, have mercy upon us, and incline our hearts to keep this law. It is helpful for us at times, I think, to drill down into the specifics of God's holy will and to ask God's help to keep all of his commandments. Similarly, the Great Litany is all-encompassing in its scope. It begins with a series of prayers for forgiveness. Spare us, good Lord, and good Lord, deliver us. It then proceeds to a series of prayers for all sorts and conditions of men, with petitions, followed by the petition, we beseech you to hear us, good Lord. You know, the word beseech is somewhat archaic, but I don't think there is a good English synonym. It means heartily request or beg. Look through the different kinds of peoples in this list in the Great Litany. It's really quite remarkable, I think. Different from praying just for individuals as they come to mind, as we often do. The Great Litany ends by appealing directly to Christ, the Lamb of God, who is our ground of confidence that what we have asked faithfully according to your will, we may obtain effectually. The Great Litany is full-strength prayer. On occasion, I have chanted the Great Litany while moving up and down the aisles of the church, while the congregation joins in singing the refrain. This is a great example of the church lifting up holy hands to God without anger and quarreling, as Timothy says. Please come on Sunday with this same spirit as we begin to observe a holy Lent. Have a good week, folks.